friends, today let's put Tommen Baratheon from the A Song of Ice and Fire series into the spotlight. Tommen is the youngest of Cersei's 3 children. Being the youngest, you wouldn't expect him to become king. However, after his older brother and older sister both die, Tommen does succeed to the throne.
In the light of the Seven, I now proclaim Tommen of the House Baratheon, first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, and Lord of the Seven Kingdoms.
He does so at a very young age in the books, and therefore isn't really the best ruler for Westeros.
I'm merely advising my son until he comes of age and chooses a hand for himself.
The name Tommen was invented by author George R.R. Martin for this series. He was possibly inspired by the name Thomas. Thomas is derived from an Aramaic name which means twin. The name Baratheon was also made up for this series. However, it does have roots in our world. Bara is Norse for big wave or Greek for barrier from. Theon is Greek and it means God. When Tommen's father Robert Baratheon became king of Westeros, he actually changed his house name and sigil. Obviously, originally he was of House Baratheon. However, Robert and all his descendants are of House Baratheon of King's Landing. The sigil of this new royal house shows the crowned stag of Baratheon facing the Lion of Lannister. This is to represent that the royal house is made up of a Baratheon and a Lannister living together. The colours and animals are very symbolic on this sigil. The stag is black, and when black is used on flags, it's used to represent determination, defeat of enemies, and ethnic heritage. This obviously shows us that the Baratheon are a very strong family, and it's the Baratheon bloodline that is royal. The red of the Lion of Lannister is used to show bloodshed, domination, war, courage and power. So though the stag is the royal lineage, the lion tends to hold the power. And the gold, which is represented on both sides of the sigil, is used to symbolize energy and wealth, therefore power. Though the sigil for House Baratheon of King's Landing is different to that of House Baratheon's, their words are the same. Ours is the Fury. There are quite a few differences in Tommen's character between the book series and the TV show. In the books, Tommen is 7 years old in the first book. He is aged up slightly in the show. He's 8 years old in the first season.
Little brother.
This isn't uncommon. Pretty much all of the children are aged up for the show. However, what is uncommon is Tommen doesn't actually age naturally in the show. This is different to the other children who do age naturally each season. They gain a year. However, though he is 8 in season 1, Tommen is 18 by season 5. He should be 12.
Why are we speaking of Casterly Rock?
The way that you talked about it, I always thought that you missed it.
This actually happened because the actors who played Tommen Baratheon changed in season 4. I'll get back to that in a minute. Another difference is that during the Battle of the Blackwater, Tommen's actually not present in King's Landing in the books. Cersei made sure to get him out of the city so that he was safe. However, in the show, we do see that he is in King's Landing with his family.
The battle is lost, Your Grace.
In the show, we see that Tommen withdraws and becomes extremely depressed after his wife Margaery is arrested.
Starving yourself won't make things any better for her, my love.
She's in a prison cell, and there is nothing I can do.
We don't really see this in the books, and that's because of his mother. In the books, Cersei decides she has to protect her son from the realities that's going on with his wife. She therefore often lies or stretches the truth as to where his wife is and what's going on. Once Cersei is arrested, other people within King's Landing decide to keep up her charade with Tommen. They lie to the young king about what exactly is going on with his mother in the hopes that it will protect him. Tommen kills himself in the show after his wife Margaery is blown up by his own mother. This doesn't happen in the books, so it's actually undetermined whether Tommen will live or die and whether he'll stay king of Westeros or not. I mentioned earlier that there was an actor change made for Tommen's character. For the first 2 seasons, Callum Worley played the character. However, for seasons 4 through to 6, Dean Charles Chapman played him. Interestingly, Chapman had already appeared in the show as a different character before coming on as Tommen in season 4. We see him in season 3 where he actually plays Tommen's cousin Merton.
Hold still. Is it true what they say about him?
Recasting him for the next season as Tommen wasn't actually done purposefully. A lot of fans believe that this was a wink to the fact that Tommen and Martin were so related they looked pretty much alike by the time Tommen grew up to be Martin's age. This isn't true, it's just that the directors really liked Chapman's performance as Martin and decided he would play a perfect Tommen Baratheon. Another pretty funny fact, if you ask me, about Chapman playing Tommen is he didn't realise that Tommen had been aged up so much by season 5. In fact, he believed Tommen was still 12 years old. This means that Chapman actually changed his voice slightly to sound younger.
You always told me that you liked the people there better. You said that King's Landing smelled of horse dung and sour milk.
It's only during filming that someone pointed out that Tommen was actually 18 that he realised his character was not 12 like he should have been. You'd think that's something somebody would have covered with him. Do you think that Tommen will die in the book series? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And until next time, happy bubbles! Thanks so much for watching this video and thank you to my Patreon bubblers for supporting the channel. If you want to see the other characters from the Game of Thrones series I've already covered, you can click on the box on the left. Or you can click on the box on the right to see the most recent video that I have uploaded. Thanks for liking this video, subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell.